Hi you guys, so I am back with a new video. This one right here is just going to be my current foundation routine. It has been a couple of months, maybe about 6 or 7 months since I last posted my foundation routine. And so since then I've had a lot of changes. I've perfected some techniques and I just want to share with you guys how I achieve the look that I am wearing in most of my videos. So if you'd like to see it, just keep watching. And let's go ahead and get started. So these eyes, if you're wondering, there is a tutorial for this look. It's actually probably going to be posted before you actually see this foundation routine video. So what I will do is link that look in the bottom box below, and then let's go ahead and just get started into the routine. So I'm going to do it from start to finish. The first thing I'm going to be doing is applying my Milk of Magnesia. I am still using it. It works as a great primer for myself and my oily skin. So I'm going to pump a few pumps of this on some on a cotton ball, excuse me. All right, and then I'm just going to be applying it on my face as a primer. Okay, and I just apply a thin layer of it. It is very good at cutting the oil control for myself because I have very oily skin. And if you've seen the last routine video or the last foundation routine video I posted, just one second. I think I have something in my eye. All right. Anyway, as I said, if you saw the last routine that I posted when I did oh, I'm so tongue-tied. All right. If you saw the last video that I did my foundation routine for, then I may have mentioned the reason why I use the Milk with Magnesia is because I have very oily skin, and I have tried using other products to cut back on the oil, but it just does not help. And so the Milk of Magnesia is the only thing that controls the oil for me all day, and that is saying a lot. So I'm going to let that sit for a few seconds to dry on there. But in the meantime, I did moisturize my face with my Equate all day moisturizing lotion with SPF 15 in there. I love that stuff. It says actually compared to Olay Complete All Day Moisture Lotion. So it works just as good, and I got it on sale, so I'm happy about that. So now the foundation or the Milk of Magnesia has dried. I'm going to take this Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I really like this stuff. Now, I only use it on where I have larger pores, which is like right here. So I just lightly put it on, and I'm telling you, this stuff really works. I've never used the Benefit Professional stuff, but I've heard people compare it to that. It's not an exact dupe, but it is a very great product for a fraction of the price. So I got this at Walmart for only like less than $6, I think. Came out to about $6 and some change with taxes. And so I'm only applying that right here because that's where my pores are a little larger, right about there. So that's where I'm putting that, and I'm just going to let that sit for a little bit, but I really don't have to because it's just settling in. Oh, and it feels like it has a nice, I don't know, it kind of feels powdery, but like not powdery, but I love it. So anyway, that's that. So after that, we're going to go ahead and get into the foundation. I am still using my CoverGirl Queen Collection Q855 Spicy Brown. I love it. I do have some more other foundations. I'm going to be doing a review pretty soon on the BH Liquid foundations. I actually recorded a video for that about a couple of months or so ago. However, in my hasting of deleting things off my memory card, I deleted like 2 parts of the video, so I'm having to start over. So anyway, I'm just going to shake up my foundation, but I will be posting a review over those foundations or what have you because they really are good. I'm just, as I say in a lot of videos, if it's not broke, why fix it? So this does it for me. But that BH Cosmetic one is really good if I'm wanting to have a less matte of a finish with my foundation. So I have pumped about 2 pumps inside of a tray, and then I am just going to take my makeup blender right here, and I'm just going to apply it all over my face. And if you see me looking down as usual, I am looking in my mirrors. And so I just apply this all over my face in nice little dabbing motions like so. And ever since I started using these, I love it. Like, I really wish I could go back to my brushes, but this just does it for me. I mean, I promise you guys, if you do not have one of these in your collection, you need to get it. Now, this is not an original beauty blender because I'm not dropping $20 for a sponge, but this is a wonderful, wonderful dupe for it. I got this actually on a Groupon deal, and I got two of them for $10.99. However, yesterday I did go to TJ Maxx, and I did see some dupes there as well. So I've applied that down there, and now I'm just going to take it up here along my hairline, along the edges. I really don't use too much. It's not even two full pumps that I did use. And I'm going to make sure to get it up under here just to blend down on this side as well. All right, so I've blended it out with this beauty blender, or makeup blender, excuse me, and this is what it's looking like. Again, the beauty blender is damp, and it just really gives you a flawless makeup, a flawless foundation, very natural and smooth looking. I really love it. So while this is setting, I am fixing my eyebrows because pretty crazy about them, making sure they look right. Anyway, so it is settling and it's dried a lot, quite a bit. The next thing I'm going to do is take my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I have been using this forever, ever since I picked them up last summer. And the color I'm using right now is the color Fawn. However, I do have quite a few of them. That's another video I intend on giving, showing you guys as a review, since I've been using it about 6 months. So it's wonderful. So all I do is I shake it up, and then I squeeze the tube, and some of the product is going to come out right there on the little brush applicator. And I just do it like this. If I'm going heavy, if I want to like extreme highlight, I can apply a little bit more, but I start off with a little bit first because most of the time I'm trying to go for a natural look unless I'm having a special occasion. And so I'm going to take this beauty or makeup blender right here. This is a Soho. I picked this up at Walgreens. And so I'm just going to be dabbing it right here like so. Getting up under here. Not too bad. And blending it out. I think I'm actually probably going to wind up having to touch up that eyeshadow down there. Anyway, so there it is. Without it, with it. And you can just see it's like, it just makes it look way brighter right there. It gives a nice natural look for me. And I'm just going to take it to the clean end down here and just pat out a little bit more. And so I do one side at a time because I don't want the concealer to start drying before I get to that side. So I'm just going to do the same thing over here. Repeat those same steps. All right. I got a little bit right there, a little too happy. Take my beauty blender and or makeup blender. It's hard for me to try to do it because I don't want to use that term beauty blender because I know that is an actual brand. So makeup sponge or makeup blender is what I'm trying to stick with. All right, and I'm just doing the same thing I did over there. And as you can see, there it is. It looks really good, right? All right, now what I have started to do is I just take a little bit more over the top of it, and I'm just going to blend it out just a little more. And because I really have the base already set, it's okay that I've applied it, and I'm doing it on both sides because I don't intend on being on there too long. And just blend out a little bit more. It's just going to brighten it just a little bit more for me right there in that area. Same thing here. Now, I'm still not into heavy contouring or what have you, so what I do with my stuff, or for the highlighting on the forehead and everything, I just pretty much take whatever is leftover product is on the sponge, and I'm just going to pat it right here in the center of my forehead. If I wanted to show more, I can gather there a little bit more of the product, but for myself, I'm not looking for a outrageous highlighting. So this is good enough for me. And then I take it and do the same thing and just put it right here on my chin. And then what I will do though is take some and put it down the bridge of my nose and right here on my cupid's bow, like so. I look crazy probably, but it comes out quite beautifully in the end. And so I'm just blending those out right there, right there. And so this is what everything is looking like at this time. So the next thing I'm going to do is take that beauty blender that I used to apply the foundation, and then I'm going to dip in a little bit of the leftover product I had from those pumps, and I'm just going to take and start blending out the edges of the concealer. So like so. Because we want a smooth transition. I don't want any harsh lines, you know. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on this side here. And I just really just slightly overlap where the concealer is, like that. And do the same thing around the edges of this. It's just blending is key. The same thing with eyeshadows is the same thing goes with the foundation and concealer. You need to blend it, because even myself, since I am practicing still and getting used to doing it, sometimes even I forget or don't blend as well. So at this point, it's quite blended. It's looking like that. Okay. I can blend probably a little bit more right here on the tops of my cheekbones. All right. So this is what everything is looking like at this time. So the next thing I'm going to do is take some of my Ruby Kisses. And I think when I did my last foundation routine, I wasn't even using this product, but now I am, and I am in love with them. I have all 4 of them that they have, at least in my local beauty supply store. But it is just the HD Set and Forget 16-hour flawless rub proof wear loose powder or setting powder, and it is wonderful. And I can let you guys know that truthfully, my stuff sits. It really does a wonderful job at setting and providing just a nice, beautiful, flawless finish. So I only put a few taps in there, about that much of it. And the color that one is in 03, and it's earth. It's the third to the darkest shade that they have. And so I just take this little brush right here, and they call this a bronzer brush, but I'm using it to set the concealer. And so you want to set the concealer soon so that it doesn't start creasing. And so I just lightly tap it over the top of it. If you heard that noise, again, I stay by the train, so train's on the track. I'm blending or putting a little bit right there, a little bit here. Pretty much everywhere that I applied that concealer is where I'm putting that powder. Okay, and so I just let it sit for a little bit. And I'm sorry this is so long, oh my gosh, but hey, this is exactly why I started cutting it out of the videos. But I wanted to give you guys a more current routine, because things have changed a lot since I first posted the other one. And so all I do is I take this brush right here and I just lightly dust off the product, because as I did, I just tapped it in there. And this right here is a flat top powder brush by e.l.f. And this brush right here is very good for me with blending out. All right. And so I pretty much just brushed away the excess powder that I've had there. And the next thing I'm going to do, you guys will be surprised, but I contour just a little bit. And I mean just right here. That's it. My nose is pretty narrow on the top, so I really don't have a reason to do so. And so I just suck my cheeks in, but I really don't have to because I can still see mine, like kind of the way my face goes. It's not even necessary for me to really do it because once I apply my blush and highlight, it kind of does it on its own. But sometimes I like to emphasize it, so there's nothing wrong with that. So I just draw that line right there, right here. And I'm just pretty much putting it up here in the hollows right up here, like so. And then I even go around here a little bit just so it can blend in a lot better. And then the next thing I'm going to do is take that same brush and just blend it out. And actually what I'm using for my contour color, it is a Maybelline Quad. I've had this for years. I was really into all of these colors right here. I never used that brown, and then after not being or being unsuccessful at finding a dark enough brown, one day I was like, hey, why don't I try that? And so I tried it and it worked. Okay. And so I have just very lightly contoured my cheeks, just slightly emphasizing that area. All right. So the last thing I do, as far as just with the foundation and stuff, is I take another of the setting powders by Ruby Kisses, and then this is the color 04 Rich. And I just take a little tap of that, about that much. Probably won't even use all of that. And I take my my Real Techniques powder brush, swirl it in there, and then I tap off the excess, and then I just blend it all over. Okay, so that's that. The final step that I take is this big fluffy kabuki brush that I have, and I'm just going to blend it out. And I think this is a big fluffy powder brush, not quite sure if it's kabuki. This is Soho brand as well. Pick that up from Walgreens. All right. The very last thing I do is I set my foundation with the NYX Matte Finish Spray. Because I have oily skin already, it's not necessary for me to have a dewy look to my skin because the natural oils will slightly penetrate and give me that look. So all I do is just spray it, and then spray and set it and forget it. And so right now, this is what my current foundation routine is looking like. If I want to make a more extreme highlight, I use a lighter shade of concealer, also still by the LA Girl. But other than that, this is pretty much it. If you'd like to see more routines or anything like that, or if you have any questions, just let me know. I can do an updated eyebrow routine as well, as I've changed that in the past, or I've changed that as well or tweaked it a little bit. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the look for you guys with a highlight and blush. So the highlight I'm going to be using today is this color right here. It is in the BH Glamorous Blush Palette. That is wonderful. And then the blushes I'm going to be using are a combination of these black Radiance blushes. One in the color is Almond, which is this one. I really love that one for a nice natural flush, and then a combination of the color Warm Berry. And so that powder or the spray has set, so I'm just going to take and tap that on my cheeks. And I'm just going for a nice flush look for myself. What is considered natural on myself. And I really just lightly tap that on there. You can smile if you want to find it, but pretty good at locating it now. All right. And so I still take another brush and I blend that out on my cheeks. Because as I said, makeup, the biggest thing I've learned is makeup is about blending. So that's what it's looking like. Those are my cheeks. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this fan brush to apply the highlight. And I am so in love with this highlight. Ever since I've tried it, I've just been using it. And so I just lightly tap that on the tops of the cheekbones like so. Same thing over here. And then again, you're going to blend. And I'm going to just take that big brush I had earlier and do that. All right. So this does complete my current foundation routine. Again, if you have any questions or you would like to see any other tutorials, just thumbs up or suggest them in the bottom box below. Again, I can do an updated brow routine for you. Just leave that in the comment box or comment section. So thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to like, thumbs up. There I go again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you next time.